Hey Trey.
Hey Tracy.
Good evening everybody. Thank you for joining No Ordinary Woman Chat Show. We are so happy to be here. Your girls, Kazmak and Janelle over it. We're in the building now, chat show all the time. So how is everybody doing on this glorious Sunday?
It was raining a little bit, but it's been a fabulous weekend, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had birthday celebrations, we had baby showers, we just had...
We was living it large.
We was living it large. So we do sincerely apologise that we are late starting. So we know that a lot of you guys have been waiting, but you know what? You know, us ladies just like to make a late entrance. So this is what we do. Well, we're not really that late. But anyhow, so it'd be great to hear from everybody. Just give us some hearts, thumbs up. As you know, we are in the series of Black Business. So who we got on the spotlight today? We've got Patrick from Very Puzzled. We've also got Mithrol, Mitch from Bold Brushes, and this guy he's proper, like he slayed our face, did he not?
So just to give you guys a bit of background, so Very Puzzled is a company that creates games and learning tools that are very Afrocentric, in particular jigsaw puzzles. So for those of you who remember back in the day when you'd sit around with the family and make a jigsaw puzzle, I certainly did. I remember that when you couldn't find the last piece.
Oh my gosh.
But you always start with the edges. You always start
and
with the
work
edges.
Your way in.
Work your way in. And then Mithrol, or Mitch as we lovingly know him, is a makeup artist, and he started Bold Brushes and has got some products in his line as well. So two guys this week.
Yeah, two guys. And I'm actually wearing Bold Brushes lashes today.
Just flatten them a little bit. Okay, I'm not actually wearing those lashes, but I'm getting a pair too. Right, Mitch, when we add you. Hi, Jeanette.
Your narrative in the building.
So guys, thank you for joining us. We are going to wait for a couple more people to join, and then we're just going to go straight into it. So we hope you have appreciated us bringing you Black businesses and all that they have to offer and all the services they have to offer. And we really hope you have found some places to spend your Black pound. Or like I said, it doesn't matter what colour pound you spend, but just spend the pound within the Black economy so that we can strengthen it. So we will be asking some questions a bit later, right, about where you spend your Black pound. I actually spent my Black pound today. I'll go into that a bit later. I spent it with a kind of like a Black-owned business, right?
Okay, yes. Yeah, it was. Because I guess we're just being very cautious about even just little things, you know, like what today you got your piece of furniture and you made sure you just had a Black man to be able to do that delivery service, etc., rather than using the shop. So it's things like that. It's just getting to a mindset of just like looking at within your community who's got a van, who can actually do the delivery, collection, delivery, etc., rather than just supporting other people's economy. So we just need to start, you know, be a bit more broad-minded for how we're actually doing things. So I'm going to just write the pin of the topic for today. Patrick, I can see, is already there. Very Puzzled is going to be just joining us very shortly. And guys, please ensure that you just ask those questions throughout, and we will ensure that we ask our special guests those questions for you.
That is right. So like we said, we've got two guests lined up for you, and we're just really excited to bring these guys to you. So while Kaz is pinning that, I am going to welcome Mitch.
Is it? Oh no, it's
Patrick actually.
First.
Got them back to front.
Yes.
So I'm going to welcome Patrick from Very Puzzled. Patrick, I'm going to request you on the live now. I really hope you're on your phone, because what we've found is that if you're trying to join from a laptop, it's not possible. You can't do lives on Instagram from a laptop. So I'm going to try and add you now, Patrick. And hopefully... Patrick, it says you're unable to join. And my suspicions have it that you're on a laptop, Patrick. You see, you said, oh no. So if you can get on your phone, give us a thumbs up. If not, then we will work with Mithrol for now. Okay, Patrick said 1 second. All right, okay. So we can give you, we can
Oh, you pinned.
Yeah, it's pinned.
You know, I'm gonna have my glasses.
Do you want us to come back to you at 8:30, Patrick? Because Mitch is on the line now, and we can get Mitch to join. Because we're just conscious that Instagram loves to kick you off after an hour. Mm-hmm. Soon we'll be bypassing that, right, guys?
Yes, definitely. So guys, keep us in prayer, yeah?
Keep us in prayer, keep supporting. If we get the numbers up, then we will not be kicked off of Instagram. But right now we only have an hour. So Patrick, if you can give us a sign if you are almost ready. If not, we will go with Mitch. And then we will come back to you for the second half of the show, Patrick. All right, okay. Technical difficulties. So we're going to go with Mitch. Patrick, get your phone set up. We don't want you to go anywhere. You've got to come on in after Mitch. We're really, really, really excited to talk to you. Don't worry. No need to apologise. We have to make it clear now that people cannot join from their laptop.
Well, Mr. Bold Blushes.
You're our first guest. So bring it on, baby. So we're waiting for Mr. Bold Brushes to join us. And Bold Brushes, he has his own selections of eyelashes. That's his business that he does. And he also does makeup as well. He's a makeup artist. He's absolutely amazing. Please do check out his Instagram as well. And he would also give us the details for his Bold Brushes lashes, so that you guys could actually go and support. And you know, ladies, you know when you put the makeup on, and you know when you're tired and you put on those lashes, mate, and you just look like this. This is what Mitch does to you. He would just make you
It's just like a factor, isn't it? And he's done our faces for when we were filming in the studio and before COVID, pre-COVID. Mitch has beat our face a number of times in the best possible way.
Yes.
We do not condone violence.
So Mitch, we are going to see that you sent a request, so we're going
to.
There we go. So make sure you got those lights on. Make sure you're well dressed. I know you are, King.
Oh gosh, Mitch will be looking fabulous.
Just outdo us today, please, babe. What's going on? Oh,
hey!
My. Look at this out. Listen. Mitch, we need to get in your studio over there, yeah? Babe, you look gorgeous over there.
Thank you so much. This is a really big one for me. I've been looking out for this and really waiting to meet you guys. So I had to get myself a little bit ready, because you would not just get the queen into your house and everywhere.
Well, listen, whatever set you've got going on in there, it looks immaculate. I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Mitch. So listen, we are just going to get started straight away. Introduce yourselves and tell the people out there watching what you do.
Okay. My name is Mithrol, and I'm the founder of Bold Brushes. It's a baby brand, but don't just look at it as a baby, because we're fully focused on the big image and we're working on it, and we're really pushing very hard, not compromising the standard. Even though we're a baby, we still we still want to turn back like after 10 years, and we'll say, oh, thank God we did that. Thank God we did that. So that is me.
So what services do you offer, Mitch? What does Bold Brushes do? Tell us about Bold Brushes.
Bold Brushes is a company that focuses on makeup. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have turned this off. I'm so sorry. Okay, yes. Yeah, Bold Brushes is a company that takes care of your makeup and your total look. Well, not just one other makeup, like a beauty or just one other one. We really concentrate on the beauty inside of you. So it's therapeutic. Every of my clients will definitely tell you that when they book a makeup session with me, they come out not just with the makeup on their face, there's an inner peace and a kind of happiness that comes from within, because I can talk. I can.
Yes, you can. We've done this.
I I can actually attest to that, because sitting in your chair, most of the time for me, it's like sitting in my hairdresser's chair. When I sit in my hairdresser's chair, it's just a great release. I can tell my hairdresser everything and anything. She's been my hairdresser for 20 plus years. And yeah, it's just like, it really is therapy when I go and see her. Obviously, I come out feeling and looking amazing, but inside as well. So I love what you said. And I've sat in your chair and I felt like that.
I'm going to add one more. You know, generally people in the beauty sector, they talk a lot, but my own kind of talk is kind of in case something is dent around your confidence. So we'll try to fix that. So we're not going to sit down when we're doing our makeup and start talking about Beyonce. That's none of our business. We're talking about ourselves, get better, how beautiful we are, even without the makeup. And there's one thing that I always say, don't think I'm bringing something strange on your face. I'm highlighting the beauty you came with, your own beauty. That's what I'm highlighting. I'm not putting this powder because your complexion is not perfect. I'm putting the powder so everything will come together. You've got all of them. So these are the kind of conversation we have. We don't just talk about, oh, do you know about that woman? Oh, do you know? So you get what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, because I've experienced that with yourself, and I've come to you and I've been a model for you, and I had no, I just had an expectation. I'm going to get my makeup done. He's going to slay. He's going to beat my face. And I really left. I was feeling myself, like you could live with me, because the encouragement, you really encouraged me. You inspired me. I had no plans to go out anywhere afterwards, but I just felt like I was on fire. I had to let everybody see me. You're amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
So tell us, Mitch, it's makeup, it's women's faces, it's, from the sounds of it, it's almost like beauty consultancy, if I can say that.
Yeah.
So you're not just the makeup artist, you actually provide a beauty consultancy service.
Yeah.
How did you go down that route? Because I'm sure on an average day, you don't wear makeup. On an average day. Maybe on a special day you might do, but on an average day.
Yeah. Okay, now let me start by this. Maybe you shouldn't tell any other one. I got into makeup because of money.
Isn't that why most of the time we do the things that we do?
Who got into makeup because of passion. But I'm so lucky I got there and I found passion. So, okay, let me start from the very best. I studied languages and linguistics and majored in French in the uni. So when so I was a teacher. I was a French teacher in a school back in Nigeria, one of this private school, and like the whole system was taking advantage of the fact that there's no job out there. So the pay was not good at all. And trust me, if you dare complain, you have about 1,000 people applying for the same position. Do you get what I mean? So one day I had this female colleague. She was my very good friend. I love how her hair looks. So I followed her to the salon. She made her hair, and she paid like, let's say 20% of her salary, of my monthly salary. That was what she paid for the hair. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So hold on, what's happening here? Is that how high they charge? She said, yes, come on, let's go. I even begged him to take that amount. I was like, what? And the other time he told me he's an illiterate. I said, come on, I think I need to be an illiterate as well. I have to stop this job I'm doing and go learn something. And that was it. That was how I left the job and I started by learning how to make hair, and from there I saw makeup was a little bit that's where the cash was in. So I switched over. But when I switched over, that was when I now fell in love with the makeup and all of that. And that's it. That was how I started. Generally, I'm a people's person. I really love people. I love a good laugh. I love sharing practical stories. So it really worked for me. So that was it.
So in regards to your business, because obviously you've got your online with your lashes and everything else, how did that all get started?
Okay. Now, this whole phase I was telling you, I was in Nigeria then. So when I crossed over, when I came to the UK, I wanted to start the makeup, but I was like, where do you start from? I didn't grow up here, because if I had grown up here, maybe I would have had some female friends that I would tell, oh, I'm doing makeup. So from there, they'll start patronizing me. But I didn't have all of those, that luxury. So I applied with an agency. I was now working for Urban Decay. So each time, I was never allowed to do makeup on people. The other people, they were allowed to do makeup, maybe because of the color of my skin. I wasn't trusted, so I was always selling product. And I already know if I keep going like this, like just selling product, my makeup skills is going to go down. So I said, no, I can't allow these people to discriminate against me. And at the end of the day, it's like taking away the talent I've got in me. Most of the time, I see what they've made, and I'm like, oh my God, did he do that? Did she do that? And I was better. Out, I pulled out, and I went to apply with a care home. I love, like I said, I'm a people's person. I like taking care of people. So I applied in a care home. So I left the makeup industry entirely. I applied in a care home, and I worked so hard. I made it that I was now very relevant in the home. So I was now able to influence my contract. So I was able to get a 2-day contract and had the rest of the week to work very hard to improve my skills. So at least I have a base that could be paying my bills. So when I don't have makeup, I just shift. So that's how I started running it. I kept on pushing at it. I kept on going for trainings. That's something we definitely have to understand. I know they always push us down because of our color of skin. That's why you have to be twice as nice. You have to
I love it.
show to other people who are looking down at you that one day you're going to beg for a seat on my table. I'm not even joking. I always keep my eyes on the big board. So my big board, I see where I would be, where I'm going to. So I take this small step. As long as it's taking me to that very place, there's no price too much to be paid. So one other thing I also did was that I tried to break down all the characteristics that have been given to our color, that like we don't turn up on time, we don't do this. At first I suffered that, you know.
Mitch, I'm trying to be serious. This is not a comedy show.
I wasn't turning up late because I didn't want to come. Because it wasn't my, okay, let me take responsibility. It was my fault because I'll get to a client's house and the client has not had a wash.
Oh, shit.
And we had to have her bath before she would sluggishly come downstairs. So it got to a time I had to pin my feet down that, come on, this is not getting me anywhere. So those kind of clients, I try to avoid them. There was a time, my best friend at the time, I had a serious problem with her because of another person. She made me to run late for her own appointment. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I raise my standard up and make sure I keep to the standard. I move on. there's a lot of challenges. You have to shred so many things down. Like there are some clients I will go to and they'll tell me, could you put green here and put blue here? I said, no, I'm not a makeup applicator.
As Mitch does about the lashes here. Because
I was doing that not because I was trying to be rude, but I have my name attached to that very look you're coming out with. When you go out there, they'll ask, who did your makeup? You're going to say, Bold Brushes did my makeup. You wouldn't add, oh, and I told him to add green here.
Mitch, you are literally I need to grab a tissue because you've got me in tears. I'm laughing so hard here. My makeup's going to suffer in a minute. So why not compromise?
And let me tell you something. When you see a lady dancing somewhere and you see her with a beautiful makeup, the first thing you put once you get to know who did the makeup, when your friends are like, oh, I'm looking for a makeup artist, you say, oh yes, I know Bold Brushes, I can get him for you. But you can imagine if someone has green, blue, black everywhere, and they're looking for makeup, even if they have told you, oh, we're going to book Bold Brushes, what are you going to say? You say, oh, no, please don't book him. I saw what he did somewhere. Then wait, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Definitely.
This is one thing we definitely have to. Sometimes you have to stick by your standard and make sure you find a level ground. Now, for example, in Selfridges, no matter how Selfridges is short of clients, they wouldn't say, okay, let's rent this part to Primark.
You
get what I mean?
Very good point. Yeah. Do you know what? I mean, fun. Thanks for giving us a great laugh, Mitch. You know that's the other thing we love about you is that you're naturally a very funny guy, and it's always a pleasure to sit in your chair because not only do you get therapy and great makeup, but actually you get a good laugh, and that's therapy in itself. But in all seriousness, what you are talking about here is professionalism and branding. That is, in all seriousness, the crux of the matter. So you are very, very certain about what you want your brand to be about, and anything that deviates from that, you're not about it. But also about professionalism. So turning up on time, you know, making sure that you're professional, making sure that you work with people who accept your professionalism and are able to understand that you're there on time. You expect them to be ready to get done on time as well, right?
Yeah, and I'll definitely let you. I always tell, especially Black businesses, I don't know if I'm not trying to talk us down, but we really have to be twice as nice. We really have to be twice as nice. We have to put our feet down. We have to know we're not doing this for the money. We're doing this to solve a problem. You pick up, you solve a problem, and money will come after you. But when you look at money, use that money to solve problems. But when problems, money will come along. But when you try to get money, you will use it for problems. That's own philosophy. So I try to follow that trend. Everything I do, I don't put like I invest. If you see, most of the time I go to clients and they say, oh, my makeup this concealer is very wonderful. What's the name? What's it from? And I say, it's Kevin O'Quine. Do you say Kevin or what? I've never had that name. I only know of LA Girl or Mark. But I'm coming to do your makeup. Why should I be bringing stuff you're used to?
Very good point.
Paying me, I have to beat that expectation and make you feel very good, and you know the money you're paying is worth it. But most of the time, that's what really sets us apart, and I've grabbed that, and I'm definitely running with that. Setting myself apart, make sure I'm giving a service that is worth it, and like you said, when you sit on my chair, you always have a good laugh because I know you're going for an event or you're going to host a show. So I have to set you in the right atmosphere. I have to be relaxed. Maybe when I'm doing your eyeshadow, I wouldn't push you that lift your head like this. Instead, I will gradually hold your chin like an egg and push it up. You would feel as in even the process, you will enjoy the process. So it sets you on a very nice pace. That's my major strategy. I'm not afraid to say it because I know my clients will definitely be my clients and any other person's clients will definitely be your client. So, and I really want to help anyone that is coming up as well because I've gone through this route practically. I came from the very scratch. I remember when I got my first makeup box, I got it from, what's this? I got it online, but it's not like a reliable source. I was over the moon. I was jumping. I was so excited as if I just got a car. So, no, should I say car? As if I just got a mansion, yes. But what am I trying to say? I keep on pushing until we get to that top. And I treat every single of my clients as if they are the only client I have. I wouldn't come to your house and be checking my time. No, I would not. I'll make you feel like, as a matter of fact, the one who will say, oh, you even didn't make so much, because I'm going to make you feel so relaxed. That's why I also strategically place my time.
So would you be interested, because as I'm listening to you, I can hear the passion in regards to your industry and what, you know, doing your makeup and everything else. But would you be, do you like run any workshops, doing tutorial for those that want to get into the makeup industry? Because I know so many women that are like, how do you get your eyebrows like this? And I know it's obviously from people like yourself, not that I can get it to look like what you do, but it's pretty all right. But do you understand what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of women that would really appreciate the tutorial.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in running a workshop, but I, for one, I don't believe in master class. When I say master class, like where everyone sits down and they watch a projector where you do the makeup on a model, I don't like it. So I rather, what I'm going to put together, I'm already doing it. What I'm going to put together, I'm putting something together for small groups, like 3 or 4 customers at a time, because my own objective is not to make money, to make sure you get the value for your money. I will let you ask all the stupid questions, like, you know, like they said, to reorient is more difficult to orient. So when you've been doing your makeup in a certain way, even if you watch me doing makeup, you will be saying, oh, that's his way. You cannot ask me all of the silly questions that finally make sense if I'm doing it on the projector. But if I'm like one-to-one with you, you can ask me, can I do it this way? Then I'll say, oh, no, you don't have to do it that way, because we are just in a small group. Then I can, when I'm going home, I'll walk home satisfied that, yes, I impacted someone. I did not just collect their money.
I like that. Because it's more like a one-to-one, it's more personalized, more customized to that specific person that's doing the training. Yeah.
To you. That's why if you see my work, some makeup artists, when you do a makeup on you, you'll be looking like another person. No, if you go on your page, all of the models, they look alike. Have you noticed some makeup artists like that?
Yeah, but then at the same time, I do notice, especially with, like, say, makeup of today, it's more like an art form, because I do see that you see one woman, and I do feel so sorry for guys, to be quite honest, that you would just look amazing, immaculate, and then when you take that off, it's like a totally different person. I don't really get that.
Yeah, it's because they're doing the makeup the way they do for Charlene. That's the same style they will do for cars. But when I come, those times I'm talking with you, I'm observing your eyebrows, I'm observing your eye shape, I'm observing your undertone. So I already know how to do your eyebrow. Though it's going to look beautiful, but it's going to be customized just to you. I'm not drawing the kind of eyebrow I drew on Charlene and draw it on you and tell you, oh, it's beautiful. Look at it here. Can't you see it on her? She's looking beautiful. That's the same thing. No, I'll do it just for you. So that's what I also bring into my class as well. I teach people
how, and you tailor it. That's what I love, is that you tailor that to people. So how long have you been doing this now? Because you're doing this pretty much full time now, right?
I'm doing pretty much full time now. Like I said, I attempted in 2015, but I said, no, I have to pay the bills. I had to leave the agency I was working with, and I stopped until I met a good friend. She pushed me again. Pauline pushed me again in 2017. And she said, oh no, you have to pick it up, you have to go on. And since then, it has just been going up. So I would say for 3 years now, I've been doing it more consistently.
Well done. And you just mentioned something that was really critical there, which is you had a friend who pushed you. And it's all about those people who are around you that are going to encourage you and push you and, really kind of tell you that you can always do better. You can always strive for better. Those people who inspire and encourage you. It's so important to have those people around you. We are going to wrap up in not too many minutes because we have got somebody else. So Carla actually said cheerleaders. They're called cheerleaders. Those people who are around you, and that's absolutely right. Jeanette said you're a man of integrity. I've seen a few smiley, laughing faces. So you definitely got bags of personality. So if anybody was to sit in your makeup chair, you would not only make them look beautiful, but you'd make them feel wonderful. But I want to ask you to, first of all, give us your top, if you can, and we're not trying to promote people, but I think it's important, your top 3 makeup brands.
Okay.
Which for you, it could be you could say one brand for eyeshadow or one brand for lip and one brand for whatever, but your top 3 makeup brands. And then I want your top 3 anybody can do makeup tricks, hacks, cheats, whatever you want to call them.
Yes.
And please make it quick because we've got our second guest to come in shortly.
Okay. Yeah, so my top 3 makeup brand, I think I have one as a major one, which is, I'm going to go with the black one first because she's doing so well. Juvia's Place. They are very good. Their foundation is so nice. They put it.
Say that again, mate. Juvia's Place.
Yes, Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is my first.
Then let me spell it and I'll type it in.
Juvias. Juvia's.
Okay, Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place.
Yes.
Place. Okay. Yeah.
One is pigmented. Then my second one is NARS. NARS.
Oh, I love NARS.
Yes.
NARS.
But unfortunately, NARS is for people who have beautiful skin already. Yes, people like us. Of you, yeah, but if you're like struggling with some things, trust me, Juvia's Place covers every multitude of sin. It covers it all. So then my last one is Kevin O'Quine. Those are my 3.
How do you spell that last one, Kevin? How do you spell the last name?
O'Quine. A-U.
Yeah. A-U.
C-O-I-N. Kevin O'Quine.
C-O-I-N.
Yes, C-O-I-N, yes, Kevin O'Quine.
Okay, O'Quine.
Yes. Then what's the other 3 top ones?
3 really easy makeup tips that every woman should know, or anyone doing makeup should know.
Especially on dark skin, kind of skin, a brown smoky. It is very easy to do. A brown smoky eyes. And
my fave, by the way, that's my favorite.
the best now. And one other trendy thing I'm going to add, makeup goes so quick. Now, when you're highlighting your eyebrows, you no longer go 2 shades lighter. Now you go 1 shade lighter, 1 or half shade lighter. Before now, go 3 shades lighter under these brows, as in to highlight your brows. But now, what is on trend now? 1 shade or half shade lighter. That's what we do now. So under eyes are not too popping down much again. Then the last one I'm going to drop is your concealer. Before now, when you put in concealer under your eyes, you put it here. I hope I'm close enough.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, and make a V here. But now you no longer do that. You put it here by your nose.
Yeah.
Then you blend it out.
To be quite honest, I've always done that. So you see, when people was being putting a concealer all down here, I just didn't really get it. So I always like to just keep it around it and then work it in, because I find it just looks more natural as well.
Yes, it's more natural and it's more opening. Then I'm going to say the last one. I'm just going to add one more before I go. When you're stressed, never wear a nude lipstick. When you're stressed or when you have a sudden breakout, never wear a nude lipstick. You either wear a red lipstick or a pink lipstick, because that would take the attention from the blemishes on your face. So when people see you, they see the sharp color on your lip. So that's why you see in those days, the working class, when they're going out for dinner, in those days, they always go on red lipstick. So you don't see all the bags and all of that. Not that they are not there, but the lipstick is going to steal their attention.
Yeah, so the focus would be on the lips rather than everything else. That makes so much sense. That's great tips.
I love that
that tip.
Because, yeah,
when your
skin don't break out, but mine does. And
I look tired, so I should maybe wear red lipstick then.
Red or pink.
Or pink.
Even if you don't like this color, but wear something distractive on your lip. So when you have when you had a sleepless night, make sure you wear something distractive on your lips, so it takes the attention from your whole face.
Love it.
Love it.
So we know that you are at Bold Brushes. If anyone wants to get in touch, I've typed your handle in there already.
Yeah.
We personally can attest to how great Mitch is. So it's, he's a beauty consultant is I think is the best way to describe him. It's about holistically looking at you and your face and your personality. And he also has his own eyelash line, which my beautiful co-host here is wonderfully modeling. Yeah. Up close and personal.
What lashes are these, Mitch? These are the one that you done for your birthday.
That's Vegas. That's Vegas.
Vega.
Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
Yes, Vegas. So,
okay.
You could check on my bio. You will see the link to shop my lashes. They are very, very nice. You can use them up to 25 times.
That's very precise. That is very precise, but I love it.
I started doing it because when I was looking for lashes to use, I couldn't find what I really wanted. I go to Mark, they sell them for £25, but they weren't reliable. I tried Huda, I tried so many big names. They weren't doing it. So I said, okay, since this is a problem, I need to solve it. I know you can get all the flattery ones from maybe AliExpress, but they are not, you can't even compare. When you see them, when you put them on, you will know you're not wearing an umbrella. You know you're wearing something like fluffy.
I love that.
Mitch, we could chat to you all night, honestly, but we can't. We have another guest waiting, so we are going to say...
Okay.
We're going to say bye, but what we do want you to just... so, guys, just go over to Bold Brushes, go to his IG, and you can learn more from Mitch. I just want to find out from Patrick, from Very puzzled, are you there? Because I did send out a message to see whether he's there or not. Because I know he was having some technical problems. Yeah. So we just wanted to know if that's been resolved. If you can just give us a thumbs up, Patrick, before we wrap up with Mitch, that would be fantastic if you could do so now, so that we know that you are still there and able to join us.
Otherwise, Mitch, you might get an extension. This is your Oh, he's there. We got a thumbs up. All right, Mitch, we're going to have to let you go, darling. But we will see you very, very soon. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, my sister's just joined the live. Shaz, my sister, is in the building. Big up my sister, Shaz.
I think my sister was in the building as well.
Kim's in the building. So we love to big up our sisters. And
June was in the building.
June, we love June.
Yeah.
I think we need to do a show with June, you know, because she is amazing. I mean, this is a product from June in terms of Miss Jamaica UK. So we definitely need to have June, Miss Daly, on the show. So we are going to welcome now Patrick from Very Puzzled. So, sir, we're going to join you right now.
Scroll up. He's going to be down the bottom.
No. If you walk,
there he is.
Yeah, there we go. So, guys, if you've got any questions, please do leave your questions in the comments. And we do also have the question box there as well. Hello, Patrick. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
That's okay. We need some light, Patrick. We can't see your face properly.
Sorry.
Readjust yourself in your room. Maybe let the light face you. Turn around. We'll tell you when it's good, because the light's behind you. We can't see you. So maybe.
Do that. I wasn't as well lit up as Mitch.
And guys, thank you for those who are just joining. You are with your girls, Kaz and Janelle from Now Chat Show. We just welcome you now to the platform.
Is that any better?
No, put the light the other side so it's shining on you, because when you've got the light behind you, it's no.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. You can tell we've done this before, right? Shine on you.
Sorry.
Fine.
Don't apologize. Don't mash up your place, by the way.
I think it's too late.
No insurance around here.
So what you do in your house is really up to you.
Sorry, is that any better?
Perfect.
That is better. Yes, it is. So
sorry.
Thank you so much for joining us. Don't apologize. Thank you so much for joining us, Patrick.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to get straight into it. So you have a company called Very Puzzled.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
Absolutely. So Very Puzzled, as the name implies, makes children's jigsaw puzzles at the moment. It started off with a jigsaw puzzle of Africa. So that was the first version, the first idea that came out. And then I expanded on that and added other countries. So recently we've added Kenya. And on the puzzles, you have some information about the country and that sort of thing. We have Ethiopia. So there's 8 in total. Recently, we also did London. And London really started off, everything's made with fun, but London started off fun. I wanted to see if I can get like a grime MC in each borough that was born. But then I thought, give kids, things to aspire to. So not just grime, but, architects, lawyers, politicians, that kind of thing. So, we're really diverse, creative, people, and we want to highlight that and showcase, the talents that we have and celebrate that. So we have Nigeria, we have Ghana.
Oh, this is amazing, Patrick. I love this concept.
We have Jamaica that's really, really popular. So that's mostly the most popular one. We have Jamaica, which is interesting. And then we have South Africa. So those are the ones that we have at the moment. And I'm planning to do more. I'm currently doing a crowdfunding campaign to get some money to do some more. Because people keep asking, when are you going to do Grenada? When can we have Guyana? Why isn't there Zimbabwe? There isn't, Tunisia. And it's like, give me time.
It's coming.
Exactly. So
have you set up the GoFundMe pages yet? Or is that just, are you in the process of that now?
Yeah, so I set up an Indiegogo, which is like Kickstarter. So people can contribute, and when they pledge or donate some money, they're also entitled to some perks. So for £15, for instance, you can get a poster and a puzzle. For £20, you can get a T-shirt and a puzzle, that sort of thing. So, and it's at a discounted price. So whereas the puzzle might cost £10 in the shop, when you buy it, well, when you donate, you get it at a reduced, like 40% the retail price. So everybody kind of wins, really.
That's brilliant that you have not only created this really unique concept, which is quite retro, actually. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's quite retro. But someone said, please do Dominica. You're going to be getting, basically, just do the globe and think about the moon and Venus and, Jupiter, all of it, because you're going to get all of these requests. But I think it's absolutely fantastic idea. It's so much fun. It's something that the family can join in. I remember sitting around in my living room as a kid with my parents doing the 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzles, and you'd lay it all out neatly on the table. And like I was saying to Kaz earlier, you would always start with the edges. I don't know if that tactic has changed, but you pick out all the edges, right? And you start with the edges, and then you try to match it around the box. And once you got the edges, then you're on a roll. And the feeling of excitement when you find, especially those puzzles that have got really a lot of pieces, the feeling of the excitement when you find a piece and it fits, oh my gosh, it's just indescribable. It's something so simple, but the sense of accomplishment and achievement. So for you now to mix that with kind of Afrocentric, and not just Afrocentric actually, because you've got other countries outside of kind of African heritage, if you like, but to mix that with learning, I think is just wonderful, and it's something that all the family can enjoy. But why puzzles? Why it's clearly something that excites people. We've got quite a few comments in here from people already. But why jigsaw puzzles?
I think everything. I agree totally with everything you said. And I like that nostalgia element. I have a daughter, so she's 8 years old. And one of my pet peeves is screens. And I think I didn't just always want to give her a tablet or my phone or just sit her in front of the TV. I just felt, like you said, it's good as a family to sit down, to do something constructive together, to have a conversation. And the same thing you said, there's a sense of accomplishment in completing a puzzle. There's also the strategy. Do I, start with the edges, or do I just match the pieces I can find? It helps with their hand-eye coordination. It just, it gives them a task. I'm going to do this. And there's just so many benefits from doing a puzzle, from learning, but also just fun and bonding. And so that's really what got me interested. And, I infused the element of, her culture and her history in there, because I just felt that she wasn't getting enough of that outside of the home environment. And I can't really just rely on the school or somebody else to kind of educate her on her background, because I'm then neglecting my own responsibilities, as it were. So all of those things just kind of came together, and I just felt like, okay, this is a great thing to do. And I was kind of spurred on and inspired a bit by people like Fuso DG, who had his Hello Nana dolls. And I saw other similar parents like me doing other products, and it just made sense, to also kind of do my bit, because I think, bit by bit, we can't just always complain and petition and kind of, march and things, even though I agree those things are worthwhile and we should do them. But also we kind of need to also take responsibility for ourselves. And if there is a market, we should own that market, and we should capitalize off that market, and we should benefit and be rewarded from that, as opposed to just paying a Hasbro or, some big toy manufacturer to do it. And then we're just sending them our money. It's like, well, I don't know. There's to me, there seemed little sense in that. I thought, no one's done this. I think there's an opportunity here. I'm kind of going to stick my neck out and do it and see what happens.
And how long ago was that? How long ago?
I officially registered the company 3 years ago, but the first product came out April 2018. So really about 2 years it's been going. And so far it's gone really well. And yeah, I've been really pleased with the response from people. I think now it's just trying to do more quicker, if that makes sense, because as you said, people are asking for Dominica, people are asking, for St. Lucia, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to run as fast as I can and I think people start to get triggered, maybe, like, oh, you put Jamaica, whatever, because like it's not favoritism. It's not like I've got nothing against your country. It's just yeah, it just, you start with where you think might be the most popular, has the most, like, the biggest population, and then you kind of just work from there, basically. So yeah, that's kind of
What's your heritage?
so I'm from Ghana. I was actually born in Ghana, so which is why, I did Ghana, because I kind of knew it well, and it was a good place to start for me, as it were. So, and I've just slowly focused on each country, as it were. I thought, do Nigeria, because it's a big population, but actually, as I've said, Jamaica is by far the best seller so far. So that's been interesting.
And
what you tend to find as well is there's a lot of, I think, people or children from mixed heritage. So maybe mum's Jamaican, dad's Ghanaian or Nigerian, so they'll buy two puzzles because keeping the whole family, kind of happy, as it were. Or somebody who buy Jamaican will also buy an Africa puzzle because they want to explore not just Jamaica, but they want to know about the rest of Africa as well. So it's really good like that, I think. And yeah, so far it's been really, really good.
Well, I love what you're doing, Patrick. And one of the things that you said is that, it's taking that responsibility, because we do tend to just rely on the education system. And I believe someone made a comment, especially for a time like this, because obviously we've had a lockdown and it's all about the family, and then be able to do a puzzle. And then you've got information, history about those specific countries as well. I just think it's such an amazing idea what you've actually brought forward. But what I do want to ask you, in terms of during this whole lockdown season, even though it's kind of lifted now, how has that worked for you in terms of, has people been ordering puzzles from you a lot more than, say, previously?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's been a number of things. So I think when lockdown happened, I think parents were like, oh crap, there's no school. We've got to look after the kids for like all day. So I think there was a slight uptick. And then also when the George Floyd situation happened, there was also an increase in sales. And then with Black Pound Day, there was, a really big increase in sales. So I think just on Black Pound Day, I sold more than I did the whole of December last year. So I was like, okay, maybe I didn't do so well last Christmas, or maybe Black Pound Day has had a really positive effect, so I'm really pleased about that. And I think with the puzzles, really, the way I look at it, it's just a basis to start. It's like a starter for 10. So what some parents have been showing me is that they'll get their child to like name the people on there, but then also say, okay, we know Usain Bolt, go away and like do some research and write like, half a page like essay sort of thing. So it kind of extends. So, or they might see, on here, you've got Mary Seacole. So we've all heard of Mary Seacole, but again, it's maybe things like make your own like herbal remedy or something like that. Or what ingredients would you use if you was to make like, some kind of, a cure for COVID, or, it's kind of getting the kids to use their brains, use their creativity and play, and make it fun. So, because we've been stuck at home and it's summer holidays now as well, right? We can't all escape to Spain or whatever. So it's trying to, make that time as stress-free and as fun as possible, I guess, as well. And that's kind of, and one of the things that was quite touching recently was a lady messaged me to say she'd bought it for her granddad, who was like 97 in a care home from Jamaica with dementia. But one of the things he talks about is Jamaica. So that's one of the things that kind of he opens up about. So it's like, let's give him the puzzle and see how, can kind of bring him out of his shell, kind of, get him to talk a bit more as well and stuff like that. So that was really heartwarming and not something I had expected.
So I know that you've got your puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. I love that. Is there anything else in the Very Puzzled line?
Yeah, so I don't have it on me now, but I have a range of t-shirts. So for each of the puzzles, there's also a t-shirt that comes with it. And again, it's a coloring t-shirt. So it's like a stencil. So kids can color it in, wear it, feel proud. Again, it's half an hour to an hour away from screens that they can be creative. They can, again, learn, explore. And then there's also posters that you can frame and hang up, or you can also just cut out and make collages with. Again, everything I do really is just about that creativity and getting kids to explore, to learn, just kind of, just hand-eye coordination, just very, very basic, simple things that, just have that family fun time and that bonding time. And what I also found is like a lot of relatives, so aunts, aunties, godmothers and things, were buying products for their nephews and nieces and things like that. So, they were seeing, okay, James is going to be stuck at home, for the next 3 months, and they were just, oh, this is a good idea. This, can encourage them to learn and things like that. So that, again, that was really, really heartwarming to see that. So it wasn't just parents, but it was also kind of, other relatives also buying it for their loved ones.
That's brilliant, because somebody also made a comment as well about making this into a project, because when you were saying like who's Mary Seacole, then at least they can just go and do their research, and then they can just write up about who this this role model is and what she's done and what she contributed to society, etc. So yeah, I just think it's such a splendid idea, and I really salute you for this massive achievement, what you've done, especially for our community. And it's not, even though we are focusing on Black business, but it also helps those who are white, of ethnicity, that they can also learn about our culture as well. Do you know what I mean? So I just think this is just great. I wish I created this. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I created this. It's just great. It's brilliant.
And what about personalized puzzles? We're going to let you go very shortly, but what about personalized puzzles? Is that something that you've been asked about or that you've considered?
I did think about that. So one of my ideas was to do personalized puzzles for people like weddings. So if you're getting married, you can get maybe like 100 made up of of the happy couple, that kind of thing. I was thinking about that. It just the margins and the work involved didn't really make it that economical. I am working on a few other things. So I'm doing like a Guess Who game. I'm not sure if you played Guess Who in the past, where you kind of ask questions. So I'm doing like a variation on that. So again, you might have like different Oprah Winfrey's, different Nelson Mandelas, and then the kid would ask, does my Oprah Winfrey wear a headscarf, or does she have glasses, or does she have, spots on her dress? And then through logic and deduction, they get to the right one. But it's just a simple, like, I can see you smiling. It's just a simple thing where you can do that with a loved one, right? And it just crack you up. And it's like, before you know it, you've got an hour's passed away and it's dinner time, that kind of thing. You just had an enjoyable Tuesday evening, as opposed to just, let's just kind of mong out in front of EastEnders or something like that, which just isn't great for young children. And with my daughter, I mean, she's getting a bit older now, so she maybe doesn't want to hang out with me as much, but they just want to, you kind of just want to be in the comfort of your parents, if that makes sense. And you just kind of want to be listened to and heard. And I think this kind of helps with that, because I know with parents, we're tired, we're stressed, we've got 101 things to do, we need to do the cleaning, we need to do the washing, we need to do, pay the bills, you're just constantly thinking and you're not really focusing on your child. And I'm guilty as anybody of that. And I feel like these things just lets you kind of get down onto their level, where they don't have a care in the world and everything's fun, and just want to get parents away from their own heads and just kind of enjoy that moment, because they're not young forever, and it goes so quickly, and it's like, oh wow, like all that stuff I was stressed about really didn't matter in the end, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. So Patrick, well, obviously we're going to wrap up now, but can you just let everybody know what your website information is, so that people can obviously go and purchase their puzzle? They're very puzzled, for them and their family. And if there's any questions, guys, please type it within a comment now.
Yeah, so the website is verypuzzled.com, and on Instagram it's very puzzled. So yeah, you can follow me. I'm most active on Instagram, and you can purchase at Very Puzzled. I'm also stocked in quite a few shops, so you can also go to places like New Beacon Books, Diverse in Brixton, Pen Pansy, and places like that. So yeah, and I think that's also very helpful, because it's quite easy to go on Amazon, but I try to stock with a lot of these Black-owned shops as well, just so that you can buy through them. They make some money, and I make some money, and I think we all benefit slightly. We're not all necessarily going to be millionaires, but at least it kind of helps circulate a bit of the proceeds.
It's building our economy, and we thank you so much for that. Listen, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for bringing the family back together through your puzzle, because essentially that's what you're doing. We're going to love you and leave you. Thank you, and we'll be getting a puzzle from you real soon. So you take care, okay?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very
much.
Bye.
So guys, thank you for tuning in to Now Chat Show. So we have now in this show. So guys, please ensure that you stay connected. Check us out on our YouTube channel. Our link is in our bio. So from your girls, Janelle, Kaz, we'll be back